Hi, welcome to Everything Embedded. This is the fourth part of Snakes and Ladders. So, if you have not seen my previous videos, please make sure to watch my previous videos as that they start with very basic how to draw on the screen, how to handle basic logic in Qt, what is a Q painter, how to draw rectangles, how to handle key presses, how to handle mouse clicks and various kinds of widgets as well. So this, as I said, is the fourth part, and we are talking about snakes and ladders. So I have just checked in my code onto the GitHub repository, and I thought, okay, I'll share some progress with you. So I think I have made it. The game is almost complete. The gameplay is complete. I mean, it's not entertaining, but at least the basic structure is there now. The snakes and the ladders part has been handled. So let me run the game. I have added some music as well. I'll put a link in the description where I got these music files from. They are free music files. They are available on the internet. So I'll provide the link for that. And let us see what are the changes which I have done. So we'll talk about the code, but let us first run the program, and I'll capture the audio output as well from the computer. So there is a background music now playing, as you can probably hear, and so the widget now, you have the three characters now which are available for the gameplay. So the first one is the zombie female, the zombie male, and the knight, which you have seen in the previous videos. So let's play. Instead of talking, I'll just start playing and then I'll make some commentary about it. Right. So let's move the zombie girl by 6 positions. Let's do that by 6 positions. Okay. Let's climb the ladder. Let's see if she can climb the ladder as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll say move by 5 positions, please. Or let's say move by 4 positions. Why 5? Let's move by 4. Right. So now if I have 1, she should just climb up the ladder. So let's say climb up the ladder by 1, please. Right. So she has climbed up the ladder. Now, yeah, let's, as I said, this is for the developer mode to test whether all the functionalities are working or not. And let's go by, say, 10. Yeah, why not? So there is a snake bite here. Let's take the snake bite. Let's see if we can get that. Okay, so I think we have missed that one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's go by 9. So when she is bitten by the snake, she lands up here. Right. So there is a ladder here. So let's move by 4 positions. Okay, so there is a ladder here, 1 and 2. So if I have 2, she should climb up the ladder. So as you can see, there is a basic structure of the gameplay now going on now. And let's have this snake bite as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, so she ends up in the tail, which is here. So let's go up now. Keep playing the game. So let's get bitten by this snake again. 1, 2, 3. So she is back again here. So there is a basic structure. There is a basic gameplay going on. There are 3 characters which you can use. So currently, you can select the zombie female, the zombie male, or the knight. I'm trying to make it as interesting as possible. This is just for the testing mode, where you can specify how many to move, and you have the snakes. And if you press new game, let's see, let's press the new game button. Let's climb this ladder now, this on the one here. So let's see. So 1, 2 should take me up to 85. Right, so she has reached the top, but one more and she should end back here. So let's get bitten by this snake now. So I'll increment by 1 now. So she is back at the tail now. So yeah, so the gameplay seems to be working. Let's finish this game and let's go up, keep going up. Here it is, game over. Right, so let's look at the code. I just trying to make it as interesting as possible. So what did I have to do? So I'll show the form first. This is the form, and this is the graphics view. This is just a push button. These are push buttons. This is a spin box. This is a queue label. So I have 3 labels with the images, which will allow the user to select what characters do they want to play as. So by default is the zombie female, and then and hence and so forth. You can have a list of other characters. As I said, this is just for demonstration purposes, just to make it interesting. So we can choose any of these characters. And where did I got them from? Well, I got them from online. These are just sprite images. These are PNG files. That's all they are. And what about the code part of it? So the code, what changes I had to do? Well, now as I said, we handle the snakes and the ladders part, which is very simple, to be honest. If it is of a snake, or if it is of a snake, we just basically keep a tab where, so let me show the code. But let me disable the background music. So let me stop the music. Let me disable the background music, and we can then launch it. It's easier to talk that way. Otherwise, you will not be able to hear me if the sound plays. Right. Well, okay. So no more background music or anything. So each of these cells, so whether it's a snake or a type, we keep that, we store that this is a snake bite, or is this a ladder? And then we store where should the user be taken, where should the player be taken. So if she is bitten by 17, she should end up in 2. So that is how it is defined in the code. And same for the ladder. For the cell number 16, in this case, we store the information that it should be taken to 85. So as I said, currently it is just a simple thing. It's not fancy animation. She just ends up here. So let me show what I mean. So let me go to this ladder here. So if I say increment by 15, so she should just walk up to the ladder and reach. As I said, it is not a fancy animation or so. So this is just a basic requirement is fulfilling. So she just ends up here, which is okay, but it's not entertaining. The real entertainment will be if she climbs the ladder in a properly animated way or in a funny way. That will add some effect. Similarly for the sound bites as well. Let me increment the position by 1. So let's get bitten by this snake. So just some screaming noise, and goes back to the tail. Again, there should be some kind of a fancy animation which will make the game more entertaining. So currently we just jump from, if it is a ladder, we just jump from the start to where the ladder ends, and similarly for the snake bite, we jump from where the snake starts to where the snake ends, and this information is stored in the code. I'll just quickly show, which is not that complicated. So I just have a vector, a map basically, where I say, okay, store the snake bite, for example, at number 66 should take me to number 47. That's all it is. And I say the cell type is snake. So what is the type of container which I'm using, the data structure? It's a map. I store a map. So I have a map of the number versus the cell information. That's the C++ part of it. Same way for the ladders as well, if it is of any interest to you how the code works. So we are just drawing the ladders based on the map. The map contains the positions of the rectangles and so forth. And what about the movement of the player? Well, that is now has been made very easy now. But as I said, there is no fancy animation going on. This is just a very basic. And what about the sounds? Well, we use Qt's Q sound effect class to play the sound. I got the sound from I think from the Mixkit website, which offers free game resources. I'll put the link in the description. And so now we handle the flip and the height very efficiently based on where the player is, on which row the player is playing the game. The flip is set accordingly. And yeah, so just move the player. If the movement is from left to right, we increment the x. If it is from right to left, we decrement the x value of x. And I think that's all it is really. And so yeah, I think that is what makes the game entertaining. I mean, should make it entertaining, hopefully. So just add some snakes and lights. So now we have a structure in place where we can add ladders wherever we want to, and we can add snakes wherever we want to. And we have also a structure in place where we can choose which characters which we want to play. Characters, let me show in my resources. So I have resources here where I have various which I have stored. So this is Adventure Girl. This is I have not used it, and this is the Knight, which you have seen. And there is a Ninja Girl which I plan to. So all these characters can be available. What about there is a Temple Run as well. So interesting characters just to make them. There is a robot as well. So we'll keep the player entertained. And so there is a zombie as well, as you just saw. So zombie male as well. So which eventually can be chosen. So yeah, so that is my next part, to put that, and I'll put it on the GitHub repository. And yeah, I think that should be it really. So yeah, I hope these videos are of some use to someone out there, how to write graphical snakes and ladders in C++ Qt and handle the graphics as well. And I think I'm pretty much pleased with the results, to be honest. I mean, if this was some Windows, if I had to write it in Visual C++, by the way, this would have been very difficult. When I say difficult, it would have been technically, as well as it will be a lot of time consuming effort to write this in Visual C++. I have worked under Visual C++ as well on Windows. That is where the power of Qt is really. Qt, so we get multi-platform. So I'm writing this on a Mac, but as I said, the same source code can be just compiled under Windows, under Ubuntu, and also under the Raspberry Pi as well. So what is not there to like about Qt? Maybe if somebody is interested, I can write a version which is specifically for Visual C++, Microsoft Visual C++, under Windows, and then we can compare the complexities of writing under Qt, using Qt framework, and writing under the Visual C++ framework. For example, let's say using MFC or well, MFC is not used anymore these days, but if you want to write under using C#, that is a bit easier, using either using WPF or WinForms. Even that's a possibility there. But the thing is, if you are going to make a game in C++, why not write it in Qt, and that can be used anywhere, to be honest. So that is the commercial part of it. But for technical part, I can make a video of how to write this, for example, in Visual C++ and C# as well. So if anybody is interested in that, please do let me know. Well, I hope you liked this video, and thank you very much for supporting my channel. I will see you shortly in the next video. Cheers. Bye-bye.